I've never had it easy in WWE. I've had injuries. I was released twice, and just when I had scratched and clawed my way to the top, my in-ring career was over. I could have sat at home, satisfied with what I accomplished, but I decided that's not how I wanted my story to end. I wanted to show myself, my family, and anyone who's gone through adversity in life that you need to take on whatever challenges you face and fight for your dreams.
Well, we might as well get on the Daniel Bryan bandwagon.
The Miracle Kid! The Miracle Kid! 77,000 chanting in unison. Yes, yes, yes.
Right after I graduated high school, I moved from Washington down to Texas to train at Shawn Michaels School. It wasn't too long after that I was signed by WWE. When I first got signed by WWE in 2000, I had no idea really what to expect. Most of the guys on TV had been wrestling for years and years, and at that point I'd only been wrestling for 6 months. Since I was still really new to all this, I was sent to hone my craft at WWE's developmental territory, which at the time was in Memphis. Luckily, William Regal was a trainer there and he helped me out a lot. So with the WWE contract and Hall of Fame trainers, Bryan Danielson was on the fast track to success, right? No, not quite. I was released in 2001, the first time I was released by WWE. It was really hard actually because I really didn't know what to do. William Regal told me this is a chance to learn. This is a chance to go travel the world, find who you are as a wrestler and find who you are as a person. So I went back to the Indies and touring in Japan. But soon after that, in 2003, Bryan Danielson made his triumphant return to WWE. Well, sort of.
Bryan Danielson from Aberdeen, Washington.
I returned for some one-off matches on WWE's weekend shows, Sunday Night Heat and Velocity.
I like this kid. Look at that. Nice monkey flip. Well, you know, this Bryan Danielson is a very accomplished young man. We've seen him in the past, and he's very, very good.
I didn't really have a goal other than it was good exposure on TV. And one of these matches happened to be against a young up-and-comer named John Cena. Surely this would be my big break, right?
Welcome everybody to WWE Velocity. Michael Cole here alongside Corey Graves and Byron Saxton. We kick things off with John Cena against a local competitor named Bryan Danielson.
I gotta say, Cole, I'm surprised Cena's not rapping at all tonight.
Well, that's because John Cena is focused. He's facing Brock Lesnar on SmackDown next week, and he's going to make an example of Bryan Danielson right here tonight.
He breaks out.
He's not done just yet, Michael.
Back in control of Cena, right back to the arm.
Great strategy, weaken the more powerful Cena by taking away one of his arms.
Bryan sticking to his wheelhouse, not taking any unnecessary risks here against John Cena.
Just looking to control and neutralize the bigger man. Cena, though, back to his feet, and Bryan continues to work on the arm, but now Cena, test of strength, and you don't want to get into a power battle with John.
Absolutely not. Cover here.
And a kick out. And again, Cena powering Danielson down.
Oh, look at this incredible core strength by Danielson.
Cena cannot believe that he can't get Danielson's shoulders on the mat. Gonna try it again, and Danielson able to come out and send Cena flying. Incredible sequence.
Man, Cena just took Danielson's head off.
We say that sometimes there's no replacement for brute force.
Oh, wow. You gotta believe this one's over. John Cena with the offense.
John Cena got him there. I think Cena is a little surprised by the offense of this relative unknown.
Cena's new attitude may have made him overlook Danielson, but if he refocuses, he should easily take control back here. Back suplex.
Very nice.
Elbow drop. Down he goes.
That'll do it every time.
We're witnessing a level of punishment that can only be described as severe. John Cena has shown his strength there in the early going, getting the upper hand on Danielson.
Yeah, Danielson's got some technical skill, but starting to be overwhelmed by Cena's brute force.
The good news for him is that he doesn't appear to have taken too much offense up to this point, but that can obviously all change here.
Drop down. The human body can only absorb so much of that.
Panic starting to set in for Cena. This could be a huge upset right here.
I'm seeing shades of Razor Ramon on Raw in 1993, guys. A high-flying nobody is about to beat one of WWE's best. No, a kick out.
Big match John is not going to go down that easily.
If you're Bryan Danielson, what do you do at this point as he whips Cena across the ring?
Oh, Cena gets up a boot just in time.
And now John Cena looking to take over. Looking up. Bryan Danielson where he wants him. And here's the cover. And he's got it. Cena with the win over Bryan Danielson.
Here is your winner, John
Valiant effort by
Cena.
Danielson, but Cena was just too much tonight.
A hard-fought victory tonight for Cena. Gotta be impressed with Cena tonight.
A lot of guys would have parlayed competitive matches on heat and velocity into being signed full-time to WWE, but that's not how things turned out. It's like my wife Bree likes to say, if anything was easy for me, I wouldn't be Daniel Bryan. But before I could become Daniel Bryan, I was Bryan Danielson. And as Bryan Danielson, I went on quite the run through the Indies. Over the course of 7 years, I won my first world championship and had some amazing matches against guys who went on to become major WWE superstars. Guys like Seth Rollins, Cesaro, all sorts of guys all over the place. A lot of hardcore fans even say these were some of the best matches of my career. Personally, I credit these matches and opponents for helping me build the foundation I would later need to make it as a WWE superstar. Fans on the indie scene weren't the only ones who took notice, because in 2010, WWE re-signed me and Daniel Bryan was officially born.
My name is Daniel Bryan. I've been wrestling all over the world, and finally, I have an opportunity here in the WWE.
Although much like childbirth, as I've heard from my wife, this was also a somewhat painful experience. I came back as part of NXT, which wasn't like the NXT that you know and love today. At the time, NXT was a reality show with rookies and pro mentors. Unfortunately, my pro was The Miz.
People will say that you're great, that you're a star, that you're ready for the WWE. Do you think you're ready?
Yes I do.
Well, one thing you have to learn about the WWE is you have to expect anything.
I guess in Miz's mind, beating a little bit of respect into his NXT rookie.
Believe it or not, we didn't get along very well back then either. I think the most ridiculous thing we had to do in NXT was the obstacle course. Okay, so you're gonna do the monkey bars. Then we go in the ring and juggle. Then you're gonna see how fast you can drink soda. Side note, it was actually supposed to be a hot dog eating contest. When they realized I was vegan and they didn't have any vegan hot dogs, they turned it into a soda drinking contest.
I didn't know vegans could drink soda.
Not drink at all.
I hadn't drank any soda in years. Think, watching that on TV, a grown man just drinking soda from a cup. That's it. Despite that, I did have the tremendous opportunity to show the WWE Universe what I was capable of when I got to face the World Heavyweight Champion, Chris Jericho. I loved watching Chris Jericho from the time I was in high school. The stuff that he did in WCW, being able to go against the world champion on NXT on the first show, win, lose, or draw, that elevates you. And I was very thankful for that opportunity.
We're on the inaugural episode of NXT. The World Heavyweight Champion Chris Jericho taking on the Miz's rookie, Daniel Bryan.
I've been looking forward to this main event. WrestleMania is on the horizon, but tonight is a WrestleMania of sorts for all the NXT rookies.
Well, Daniel Bryan was excited earlier in the night to be out on the biggest stage of his life, but that was before he knew he was going to face the World Heavyweight Champion. He's going to have to learn to take Miz's advice if he wants to survive here.
Michael, do you think that Chris Jericho might become a believer here tonight? I think the WWE...
How'd he do that?
I don't know, Michael, but good thing. I don't think he could have taken much more of that.
A clubbing blow. The back of the head taking quite a punishment here. He's got his eyes set on his chest. Chris Jericho knows how to polish off an opponent. You know, Byron, I have to wonder if Daniel Bryan is still thinking about earlier tonight when his pro mentor, Miz, slapped him across the face.
Well, any man that gets slapped has got to carry that embarrassment for some time, especially with it coming on your first day on the job.
That's something Yoshi Tatsu taught you, Byron? Miz did say he's going to slap some personality into his rookie. Bryan's been known to be a submission specialist on the independents, but Jericho has a few holds of his own to watch out for.
Listen, here's a cover. And Daniel Bryan kicks out.
Too soon.
Wow, that was some reversal by Daniel Bryan.
Look at Daniel Bryan strutting his stuff all over.
Whoa, Jericho able to avoid damage.
What a cagey maneuver.
Chris Jericho's on the attack now. Daniel Bryan has had compounding problems tonight, and the main one is standing ringside.
Yeah, but Miz isn't in the ring, Saxton. The World Heavyweight Champion is. If Daniel Bryan has an issue with the Miz, now is not the time to worry about it.
Oh, he's flipped the switch, that's for sure. Perfectly executed.
Daniel Bryan on the attack. I'm still watching The Miz lurking at ringside. Why is The Miz even out here? The way he's treated Daniel Bryan has been demoralizing. There's no reason for The Miz to be out here.
Where do you want him to be, Byron? That's where he's supposed to be. He's Daniel Bryan's mentor. Just because Miz humbled Bryan earlier doesn't mean he's completely given up on his rookie. One move after the other. He's got him covered. He kicks out before three.
Not yet.
Emotions have been running high all night, guys. Daniel Bryan has to put everything that happened earlier in the rearview mirror and focus on Chris Jericho.
He can turn it on in a hurry.
And it's Bryan showing some agility. Daniel Bryan offering some American and Japanese flavor right here.
You know, Daniel Bryan comes out here and says he's been wrestling all over the world. But honestly, who cares? I've never heard of him until he showed up at NXT.
Well, the things you've never heard of could fill the entire internet, Cole. All the WWE pros have heard Daniel Bryan. This guy's been competing on the independent scene for 10 years. Daniel Bryan's ready to go in a lot of people's opinion.
Knocked off his feet.
Now that, can he score the pin?
Cole, I mentioned how Daniel Bryan's gained some traction on the independents, but I think you're still dumbfounded. Go find a computer, man. Invest in some research. Be a broadcast.
There's no way that Jericho's going to lose to this guy. Yeah, but the way this match is going, it's a real possibility. Jericho, though, needs a breather, and he rolls out of the ring to try to do that.
A wise maneuver from a wily veteran.
I'm not sure if Jericho's going to get much rest time. What is this guy doing? Daniel! Suicide dive right off the announce desk. Looks like Bryan might have bounced off the announce desk himself. I don't think Miz liked the fact that Bryan threw his body in harm's way, and I can't say I blame him. What's this guy thinking? Taking it to the chest here. Oh, I'm thinking the champion is starting to realize he underestimated this rookie. Guys, you're getting ahead of yourself. Some sort of boy. See, I told you. Oh, boy. This one's over now. Roll him into the walls of Jericho. Tap him out, Chris. Bryan's trying to fight it.
Rolls through. What a counter by the technician there.
Heel hook is in. Jericho's in trouble. Jericho trying. Is he going to tap? Is he going to tap? He may have no choice. He made it to the bottom rope. You've got to be impressed, Michael, from what we're seeing from Daniel Bryan. Did he win yet, Byron?
Daniel Bryan thinks he...
Oh, breaker!
You can't allow a veteran like Jericho any time to recover.
You're right, Corey. That was a rookie move. And now he's going to pay for it, Byron. That very well may be the case, Michael. This loser's going to lose again. Lion Tamer. Can Bryan hold on? Tap out, nerd!
You got your wish, Cole. Daniel Bryan fought valiantly, but just couldn't hang
the World Heavyweight Champion, Chris Jericho.
Experience was just too much for Daniel Bryan.
And listen, Miz has got to be so disappointed, and I don't blame him. The luck of the draw, Miz got this loser to be his protege, and now Miz a little bit of tough love here.
Tough love? Give me a break. Tough love. This is ridiculous.
Miz is obviously frustrated with his star pupil.
Oh, yeah, so you're frustrated, so that's okay. Now you can beat him up? Yeah, start winning some matches, then you won't get beat up anymore. Ridiculous.
What disrespect me? Huh? I'm a champion.
Miz has lost his mind.
Lying on his back, looking at the lights again.
You would think a high-profile match with the World Heavyweight Champion would solidify my status in WWE, right? Nope. Just a few months later, I was released. For those of you keeping track at home, this was the second time I was released by WWE. I thought this time I might be done with WWE for good. But not long after my release, I returned at SummerSlam. When WWE called me, they said, hey, if you want to come back, it's for the main event of SummerSlam. Main eventing SummerSlam, it's just super cool. Old school pay-per-views still holds special meaning. Not long after SummerSlam, my strained relationship with The Miz picked up right where it left off.
Let me tell you something. I'm the pro. I am the talent.
The Miz is almost a perfect adversary for me because we are so polar opposite. The one thing I do respect about Miz, he works very, very hard.
You and me, U.S. Championship match. Yes or no? Yes.
We had our first match against each other at Night of Champions 2010 for the United States title.
Look at The Miz. He's worked hard, he's charismatic, he's smart, he's Mr. Money in the Bank, and
He's the United States champion.
Well, Michael, he may not be one of those things if he lands in Daniel Bryan's label lock.
Bryan faced Miz in a submission match on Raw, and he made Miz tap faster than a heavy metal drummer. If that happens tonight, we'll have a new United States champion.
Miz was saving himself. And look at hung up on the set.
Get in there, ref.
He's going to be feeling this one for a while.
Oh, man, right to the arm. Hyperextend your elbow.
Daniel Bryan with a great offensive show. He's displaying classic offense here. Work is being put in by Daniel Bryan. Oh, I think this man means business. Between his championship, his briefcase, and his media obligations, Miz is slipping just a little here. He'll bounce back. Keep your eye on this one. I just cannot believe the disrespect the Miz had to endure at the hands of Daniel Bryan. All he wanted to do on NXT was help Bryan, and that vegan nerd never listened.
Whoa, disrespect? Disrespect? The Miz slapped Daniel Bryan in the face on the very first episode of NXT. If I were ever to be on NXT, I'd never take that kind of abuse from my bro.
You on NXT? Somebody stop this.
You guys brought up Miz and Bryan's relationship on NXT. Obviously, Bryan can't learn any new moves from The Miz, but ironically, Bryan's hatred of The Miz did away.
There's not a person in this arena who thought that that was it for him.
Just needs to do more damage.
Now back to the ring.
Nice job by The Miz.
Look at this. Every title's on the line here tonight at Night of Champions. And it's The Miz able to stop the count. Not yet. German suplex. When this guy's on, look out. Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy.
The two of you discussed Miz's longer title reign resume.
And he hits a hellacious neckbreaker.
This might be the opportunity he needed.
That's it. The Miz just ended this.
Watch it. Miz. Skull-crushing finale.
There it is. That might be the end of
the champion into the cover. That's not going to do it.
Not yet. This looks to be a barn burner, gentlemen. These two guys hate each other.
Corey, come on. The Miz is WWE's fastest rising star. And Daniel Bryan, he's a nerdy vegan. Bryan's got no chance here tonight. The Miz with the offense.
Oh, man, right to the arm. Hyperextend your elbow.
Michael may have ragged on Daniel Bryan's diet, but that quote-unquote nerdy vegan is WWE's most effective submission expert.
And Miz is as crafty as the day is long. That makes for a pretty interesting confrontation.
And he got a near fall out of it.
Have to put in a little more work than that.
Taking off his feet here.
It's moves like that that make him so dangerous.
Daniel Bryan may only be 8 months into his WWE career, but this is a decade-long journey for Bryan that could lead to his first taste of WWE gold here at Night of Champions.
It was March of 2000 when Daniel Bryan made his debut on the independent scene under the wing of Shawn Michaels. What happens if the Miz comes up short here tonight against Daniel Bryan?
Well, it hasn't happened yet, has it, Byron?
Could be on the verge of occurring. Daniel Bryan from the top rope. Miz is in trouble.
But look at the Miz fight back. What a warrior.
Great wherewithal from the Miz. Daniel Bryan hung like that, The Miz has turned the tides in this matchup.
This is what I'm talking about. Cover, cover. Two. I wouldn't have been surprised if that was it. Wow.
Not yet.
Wait a minute. Gets him in position.
This is not going to end well for him, Michael.
Crushing damage to the back.
Wow, that was some reversal by Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan, this is going to be big. The bell lock is in.
Looks like Bryan's going to be our winner here, guys.
He did it! Daniel Bryan is U.S. champion!
No, it can't be.
There's good, there's great, and then there's downright unbelievable WWE action. Ladies and gentlemen, you just got a taste of the unbelievable kind.
That was a fluke. The Miz slipped and Daniel Bryan somehow took advantage.
A long road for Daniel Bryan leads to the United States title.
I can honestly say that a win is a little more satisfying when you make your opponent tap out.
And I'll tell you, the roof nearly flew off this place in Rosemont when the bell finally rang.